Hello, my rubber hearts. Welcome back to another episode where we dive into all things rubber. Today, we are tackling a topic that's crucial for the rubber industry: polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs, and their connection to carbon black. We'll talk about what PAHs are, how they occur in carbon black, and how regulations around the world affect rubber products. Plus, we will explore how production of PAH-free grades of carbon black impact the cost of rubber goods. Let's get into it. Let's start with what are PAHs and how do they occur in carbon black. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons are a group of chemicals that form during the incomplete combustion of organic materials like oil, coal, and wood. They are composed of multiple fused aromatic rings and are typically found in substances like soot, tar, and even cigarette smoke. Unfortunately, they are also present in carbon black, which is a common reinforcing agent in rubber. Carbon black is produced by burning heavy petroleum products like tar and oil under controlled conditions. While the process is designed to produce a fine black powder with specific reinforcing properties, small amounts of PAHs can form during this incomplete combustion. These PAHs then become embedded in the carbon black particles. Carbon black is a vital ingredient in many rubber products because it enhances properties like strength, abrasion resistance, and UV protection. But with the presence of PAHs, especially in certain grades of carbon black, there are health and safety concerns, which we'll get into more as we discuss regulations. Now, let's talk about the difference between standard grades of carbon black and PAH-free grades. Standard grades of carbon black often contain detectable levels of PAHs due to the nature of their production. These grades are widely used in industrial applications, especially in tires, seals, and other rubber products. The PAH content can vary depending on factors like the feedstock used and the production process. On the other hand, PAH-free grades of carbon black are produced using cleaner feedstocks and more controlled combustion process to minimize or completely eliminate the formation of PAHs. These grades are primarily used when the application involves direct human contact, such as in rubber toys, sports equipment, or medical products. The production process is more complex and requires additional filtering and refining steps, which naturally drives up the cost. So, why not just use PAH-free carbon black for everything? The issue is PAH-free grades are more expensive to produce. And for industries where human contact is minimal, like in automotive tires, the benefits of PAH-free carbon black don't always outweigh the increased cost. But when regulations demand it, manufacturers have no choice but to use PAH-free options. Now that we understand what PAHs are, let's dive into the regulations. Different regions around the world have set limits on the amount of PAHs allowed in rubber goods, especially in products that come in contact with human skin. In the European Union, PAHs are tightly regulated under the REACH regulation, which stands for Registration, Evaluation, Authorization, and Restriction of Chemicals. Especially Annex 17 of REACH restricts the presence of PAHs in consumer goods. For example, items like rubber toys or sports equipment can contain no more than 1 milligram per kilogram of any PAH compound. Additionally, if rubber goods are intended to come into direct or prolonged contact with the skin, the thresholds are even lower. In the United States, PAH regulations are more fragmented, with different states imposing different limits. For example, California's Proposition 65 lists PAHs as chemicals that can cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm. Therefore, rubber goods sold in California that contain PAHs above specific levels must carry a warning label. Other states have adopted similar, though less stringent regulations. Countries like China and Japan have also started introducing PAH limits for certain rubber goods, especially those intended for export to markets like Europe and the US. Many manufacturers in Asia are shifting to PAH-free carbon black to comply with international standards. So, How do these regulations impact the production and cost of rubber goods? First, let's talk about the production process. For products that must comply with strict PAH regulations, manufacturers need to use PAH-free carbon black. This adds an extra layer of complexity to the production process. Sourcing PAH-free carbon black is more expensive, and because it's produced in more controlled environments, it's not as readily available as standard grades. In the case of large-scale products like automotive tires, where carbon black is essential for reinforcement and abrasion resistance, switching to PAH-free grades can increase production costs significantly. This is why manufacturers only use PAH-free carbon black where absolutely necessary, such as rubber products for children, sports equipment, or medical goods. To give you an idea, a tire manufacturer might opt for standard carbon black in the tread and sidewalls of tires for commercial use, but they would have to switch to PAH-free carbon black for the production of rubber seals used in consumer products or sports gear. So, which rubber goods are most affected by these regulations? Rubber products that come into direct human contact are the most affected. This includes children's toys. Rubber toys must use PAH-free carbon black to comply with EU regulations. Sports equipment. Products like rubber grips on sporting goods must also be free from PAHs due to skin contact. Medical devices. Any rubber component used in medical tubing, gloves, or seals must be PAH-free to ensure safety. Household items. Products like rubber mats, shoe soles, and kitchen tools are increasingly being regulated for PAH content in markets like Europe. In summary, PAHs in carbon black are a significant concern for industries that rely on rubber goods. Regulations are becoming stricter around the world, pushing manufacturers to adopt PAH-free carbon black where necessary. This, of course, affects the cost of production, but it also ensures that the rubber products that we use every day are safer for both consumers and the environment. Thank you for watching, my rubber hearts. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos about the world of rubber. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about PAHs or if you've come across PAH-free products. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and stay rubbery.